winter chill gripping much of the nation. No such worries today here in the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. No run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Flowers going to go in motion right. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. You look at this Jaguar defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at the 20. Now ETN to start the drive. And they can't bring him down. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. He's on his way. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Jaguars put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. this matchup, they match up very well against each other.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Here's Pacheco on the read option, down to about the 45. You look at this Jaguar defense. They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
On second down, here's Jackson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off, and the Jaguars are going to have it here just past the 25.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover two because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly, read the football, and went and made the interception.
On first down, Lawrence. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On second down, here's the option. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They'll run with Etienne, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 11. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Ravens will take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Jackson now. And that's going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Here comes third down and 7. Now Jackson going to shift him around. Jackson on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line. To throw is Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a deep... when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 30 yards there. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
On 2nd down, Johnson. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down. Again, it's Pacheco. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Second down and 4. Here's Pacheco headed right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now Jackson. To the sideline and incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. David Ajabo, credit him there. He fired across the line and planted him for a loss on the play.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 9. Lawrence will throw. Flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Zay Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now Jackson on 2nd down. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. Now Jackson on first down. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Jackson throwing complete there to Flowers. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. Trayvon Walker makes the tackle. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Jackson now. Off the play fake. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he showcases the spin, a pretty good game before he's taken down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Flowers going to go in motion right. On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Now it's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half.
You ain't going nowhere.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Lawrence. It got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Lawrence giving to Etienne here on the option. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That was Travis Jones working his way through and sticking him behind the line.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They'll send Kirk in motion right. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Off the option, here's Etienne. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Steps away to his... And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jags take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
30 left. Hey, smash.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Jackson to throw.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Well, looking deep here for Flowers.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Jackson now. Eluding the pressure right.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Escapes the defender. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
They'll send Kirk in motion right. A fake on the jet sweep. Now Lawrence off play action.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence.
His throw caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
4th down. Here's Lawrence.
A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase.
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Josh Allen able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Jackson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Flushed out right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Second and 10 now. It's Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. On the counter, ETN. He'll take this to the 46.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Lawrence going to get this to ETN, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Adafe Owe, his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Straight ahead, ETN. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football. And that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They're going on fourth down. Lawrence. He'll air this one out for Kirk. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 141 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. On play action, Lawrence. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Jackson. Flush to his right. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. This definitely four-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Andre Sisco. And the Jags will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Intercepted. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense